So joining us now for the official Birmingham Speedway website, we've got the promoter, Alan Phillips. And Alan, looking out at the track before the start of tonight's meeting against the Eastbourne Eagles, it's looking wet out there to say the least, mate.
It's looking more sludgy than wet, Chris. It's like a quagmire, but, you know, I guess I've rode in worse than this.
Yeah, all the riders seem to have been out, had a good look at the track and stuff. Have you sensed anything from anybody as to whether they're happy to ride or not and give it a shot?
I've sensed nothing from ours. They're happy to, get a meeting under the belts. It's been too infrequent, but I think probably their number one might be a bit reticent, as is his want.
Yeah, I just had a quick word with Bjarni, and he says he's enjoying his Speedway this year, and pointed out the fact that he didn't go out in any races last year, not to score points. It's the business of him being in to earn money and stuff. But as you just touched on there, he didn't sort of inspire the Birmingham fans or the management last year.
No, he didn't, which is a shame, because I personally like Bjarni, and I think he's absolutely right. He didn't do it deliberately. It's just the way he came over, but, he's a mature rider. He wants to put the life on the line for this. I wouldn't.
Tonight's not the best looking sort of crowd-wise. Obviously, Eastbourne haven't brought many fans to themselves, but I know it was something that was important to yourself, for the fans who have come and turned out tonight, to try and make sure that this meeting does go ahead. It
was very important to get it done. I think the fans that have turned out deserve to see a meeting. It's been 2 weeks since the last one. It's going to be 2 weeks since the next one. We can't put one on next week for various reasons. So it's really important we get a meeting, otherwise we're just going to fall further and further behind, and that's no good for anybody. With no knockout cup and those sort of competitions to go for this year, it does seem, particularly with the rain-offs that we had with our away fixtures, that it's almost like fortnightly the meetings are. And how's that going to affect sort of like team morale and stuff, because the boys aren't getting together as often and stuff? And great start to the season, superb start for Birmingham, behind a lot of the other teams in relation to the amount of matches we've ridden, but just keeping that rapport going with the riders and stuff, it's going to be awkward. It's all right at the minute, Chris, but and he certainly bunches up again in a few weeks, so that they're going to get a ride nearly every night soon. I don't know. I think they'll be okay, as long as they come thick and fast soon. But what can we do? I mean, the season as a whole, it's been a spectacular start to the season. In particular, like our British riders who qualified for the British final, and somebody else who I know who's close to your heart, in Martin Smolinski, who's had a belting start to the year. Martin's had a cracking start to the year, and I'm so pleased that he's kept faith, or my faith in him has been justified. But to be fair, they're all. I mean, I'm staggered how well Jason Doyle's doing as well. He's surpassed all expectations. They're all great. They're a great bunch of lads this year, and the morale is fantastic. You aimed for the playoffs last year, and the team delivered. Are you aiming for the final this year? Yes. And will we win it? Unequivocally, yes, and this team can win it. When I see how Wolves are doing, they're absolutely setting the world on fire. But my humble opinion, they ain't no better than we are. No, indeed. Well, fingers crossed we're going to have a cracking meeting tonight, and hopefully the Brummies will manage to turn over the Eastbourne Eagles, and particularly looking forward to those races between Chris Palmer-Harris and Bjarni Patterson. Let's have a good night. Oh, it'll be a good night racing, that's for sure, with a track like this. Enjoy. Cheers, Alan. Cheers, Chris.